This game ended up being against one of the lower division teams, and the other goalie is like their goalie normally is injured or was injured for a lot. I think he had to get his knees reconstructed or something, and so they've had like random call up goalies all the time. And this guy was, I think this is the first time I played against them, and the dude was so flexible and so fast. It was pretty fun to watch. But my team is really good, and like they just outplayed him so much that he didn't have a chance. I think he even might have pulled his groin on this one. It was like kind of hard to watch in that sense, but he played really good and like made a bunch of really solid saves, like backdoor, cross crease type thing, and like, his split game was unreal. So yeah, I we'll see how this one goes. I have been in a rough few games lately, so maybe this one is a little bit better for that. So if you're buying hockey equipment and you want to support the channel, check out the links in the description. In the US, check out the links to Pure Hockey. In Canada, check out the links to Hockey Supremacy. If you click those links and make a purchase, I get a kickback from the sale. So anything that comes back from that comes right back into the channel, so I keep making more content and doing like real reviews and stuff. I got buy gear to do a lot of the tests for it, so that costs money and it would be greatly appreciated. Otherwise, if you want to support the channel without buying anything, check out links in the description to Patreon, buy me a coffee. Everything through there comes again back into the channel, so I keep making more content and doing real reviews.
Y'all ready for this?
And as you can see, I didn't have a lot of work in this one at all, which kind of just everything shows. Yeah, like my team pretty dominated this entire game, so their chances were pretty minimal. And then like the one goal that they did get in was just kind of a collapse in general. I made a couple like decent saves. It was kind of a scramble, managed to kind of recover it, make a save. The guy does a spinorama. I make a pretty good pad save just to get there, and then the guy's wide open, so there's not much you can do about it. So that's kind of it for that. I think the same guy ended up hitting the post, where again I kind of like went back towards the middle too much, but I never really got set at all for his positioning like in front of the net. So it's kind of a give or take on that one, and I just got lucky to hit the post because the shot did beat me. And then there is one point here where you'll see me kind of like try to shovel the stick away. So at this point, I do have the wrist issue. So I'm wearing that brace I always talk about. I'm using the 1X blocker. This isn't the 1X blocker, this is obviously a JRZ one, but I'm using a 1X blocker and it has a similar thing. And I just did a review of the Warrior M2i stick. And I talk about how like the slide grip, it gets stuck on things, and I don't shave that one off because it works for every glove basically besides the 1X and this and the 2-piece Hyperlite. And it's because there's a little piece of binding here. So you can see this Gen Pro binding is on the Bauer ones as well. And what happens is when it's holding on a stick, it just gets caught on that grip. So you try to poke check. So there's one play here where I went to do this, and I meant to actually like let the stick go a bit, and so I got more length on it and it didn't move. So that's why I completely whiff on these a couple times, because I went to try to do something with like not choking up, but like letting it go a bit to get longer length. And then I went to do it and the stick didn't move. So it kind of threw me off from the get-go, and that's why that is there. And so I wanted to call that out. That's not a stick real issue thing. That's this glove kind of design. They did this for more durability. Something I used to call out where this nylon would get worn out using with wooden sticks a lot. I don't know if it gets worn out as much with composite sticks anymore, but that piece was a durability thing and it just gets in the way on grips. So just want to call that out.
You're watching HockeyReviews.ca.